CEMEX is a global building materials manufacturer with over 2,000 employees in the UK, supplying customers from around 200 sites. Materials are transported around the country by trucks, barge, sea and trains, travelling an estimated 60 million kilometres per year. Railfreight is of increasing strategic importance to our business, and CEMEX has a dedicated climate action strategy, Future in Action, which has an overall global ambition of delivering net zero carbon emissions in concrete by 2050. Future in Action strives to improve the sustainability of our work through 4 pillars: sustainable products and solutions, decarbonising our operations, innovations and partnerships, and promoting a green economy. In our supply chain, this means maximising the opportunities to use more efficient methods of transport. Developing our use of rail means we can take trucks off the road and decrease emissions. Rail is a far more sustainable method of transport than trucks, as a train burns significantly less fuel per tonne mile than road vehicles, saving around 50% in CO2 emissions. The UK government itself is well aware of this, with plans to decarbonise the railways in order to meet the requirements of the Climate Change Act. This commits the UK government by law to reducing greenhouse gas emissions by at least 100% of 1990 levels, net zero by 2050.
Rail is perfect for transporting large amounts of material to locations nationwide, including the bigger cities and metro markets. We have used trains to support several major UK infrastructure projects, including the Commonwealth Games, Mersey Gateway and the London Bridge redevelopment. Currently, 20% of CEMEX aggregates is transported by rail, with plans for this to grow further, and additional investment is already underway to accelerate the modal shift from road to rail. Over recent years, CEMEX has invested heavily into its rail operation, enhancing and improving its existing sites to ensure maximum efficiency, and opening new depots to better serve customers in key areas. We have 12 railheads across the UK, and in 2021 there were over 1,600 train movements with 3 million tonnes of aggregates moved. This saved 17,000 tonnes of CO2 from being released into the air, the equivalent of 150,000 truck movements.
Now you know more about our rail operation, we'd like to show you how it supports our business at each stage of the process. First, we join the team at our Doveholes quarry in Buxton. Doveholes is CEMEX's largest quarry in the UK and supplies multiple high-value products including limestone aggregates, asphalt, concrete products and dry silo mortar. As well as major road links, Doveholes also has direct access to a network rail mainline on which it transports products throughout the UK. Looking more closely at the operation at Doveholes, the trains are loaded in 2 ways, either through a top loading system or by shovel from the loading wall, and transport up to 25 box or hopper wagons. Approximately 40 trains depart Doveholes each week, carrying up to 18 different products. A single train can make over 300 trips for CEMEX each year, the equivalent of over 25,000 truck movements. The rail loading operation comprises 10 lines, 2 of which are where trains await allocated departure times onto the main line or are manoeuvred into the quarry for loading. As you can see, we have a branded locomotive, the CEMEX Express. Communications between the team is vital to support the train loading process and to ensure it is done safely and efficiently. We were recognised by the CEMEX Global Business in the annual Health and Safety Awards, receiving the Most Improved Award for rail worldwide. We also recently won a prestigious Industry Railfreight Group Award for innovation after implementing 3D modelling software to ensure we are maximising each train load as well as creating operational efficiencies when loading and moving the trains on site.
Safety is our #1 priority at CEMEX, and we are constantly looking for ways to enhance our operations to look after our employees and contractors and the environment and communities where we operate. We recently made a number of safety improvements to the rail operations here at Doveholes, including the installation of a railway bridge, plus safe walking routes and improved lighting to further enhance the on-site health and safety environment. The addition of the weighbridge significantly reduces the risk of a train going onto the main line with overloaded wagons and makes sure they are evenly loaded. This mitigates the risk of derailments and ensures a safety on the mainline network. Additionally, the weighbridge is powered by wind and solar energy, which offers environmental benefits. We also look out for those in our local community too, protecting our sites against trespassers and supporting industry-wide events such as Rail Safety Week. Nothing is more vital than ensuring our colleagues, contractors, and those we interact and engage with go home safely each day.
After thorough checks are completed, the train departs to one of our rail depots. Here you can see a train arriving at our Small Heath depot, where it is safely offloaded to dedicated bays using a grab. Small Heath in Birmingham was opened in November 2021 as part of ongoing investment into our rail portfolio. The opening of our Luton depot in 2019 has allowed us to greatly increase volumes in this market. At this site, a grab is used to discharge the train, while at Salford we use a conveyor. This is a quicker and more efficient way for the material to be offloaded, allowing us to deliver at least 2 trains a day. The aggregate may be used at one of our on-site ready-mix plants, as is the case at our Salford depot, or it may be loaded onto trucks where it completes the final stage of its journey, being delivered directly to our customers. However, this isn't the only use for rail at CEMEX. We also use it to transport inert spoil from construction works carried out nationwide to our dedicated landfill sites, which are located at several of our former quarries. Once it arrives here, it will be used for restoration works as part of long-term plans for these sites to return them back to nature. So what's next for Railfreight at CEMEX? We will continue to increase the use of trains to transport construction materials, supporting more customers by making more journeys and moving more material. We're also continuing to look at ways to make our supply chain even more effective and efficient, by making the trains longer, bigger, quieter, and even by exploring the use of locomotives powered by non-traditional fuels and innovative technology. We're committed to supporting the country as it innovates and develops, while also reducing emissions and meeting global sustainability targets. And of course, we'll do this while prioritising the safety of those who work for us and those we engage with. CEMEX firmly believes that increasing the use of rail is the best way to transport us to a greener future.